Allow me to read a passage from The Fire Watcher. When you're falling in a dream, they say you always wake up before you hit the ground. Only this time, he didn't. He landed flat on his back. The crash of his head against the hard surface jarred him awake. He opened his eyes and stared at the watermarked ceiling. He lifted himself from the cold lanolin floor and sat on the couch from which he had tumbled. His body was soaked with sweat, and his heart was racing with the lingering terror of the nightmare. It was the same nightmare he had countless times before. The same dark, formless creature was chasing him. In dreams, when you ran from the monster, you always feel as if you're running in quicksand. And when you turn to fight the beast, your arms won't move. If you have children, the monster always trying to kill them in some horrible way. In Jake's dream, it was worse. In Jake's dream, when he fought the beast, when he finally got his hands around its throat and began to choke it, he would look into its face and realize that he was the monster. In a waking nightmare from a long time ago, the monster had killed Jake's only son. In the dream he had just awakened from, the beast had its talons on his daughter and was dragging her away. As he chased after it, a dark pit suddenly opened in front of him. He tumbled into it and fell for what seems like days before, finally hitting bottom and opened his eyes to the real nightmare. The nightmare he could not awaken from. The nightmare that was his life. I found this book to be a patchwork quilt of people, stories and human conditions that were so seamlessly woven together that resulting connection among the characters brought you great comfort. This is an unexpected level of craftsmanship for a first-time author, with a story that touches your heart and compels you from the very first page to keep moving forward to see how each and every storyline wraps up. The writing is detailed, imaginative, soulful. You find yourself emoting right along with the characters in the book. Further, the messages of the story are well played out without pigeonholing the story into one particular genre. The Fire Watcher is a mystery, a love story, a story of redemption. It fit well with many interests. The background of the story held particular interest to me as I found myself trying to assimilate the real from the fiction. I liked the pace of the story and the alternating of the present and past. My only regret was the conclusion. I would be more specific, but I can't give away the ending. The Fire Watcher by Chip Hill is a great read that will hold your interest and challenging your heart from page 1 through to the epilogue. If this is Mr. Hill's first novel, I can only imagine what lies ahead for this young author.